Hi, this is Reese from CreataCRM, and we're going to show you some neat features again. It's 2018 September, and we're going to show you job management. Not just job management, but how we have an amazing integration API that we can just create apps on the fly for the clients. And what we've done is shown you how powerful it is just with the on-field staffed users and how they can easily access their data with any device and make it easy for the users, and really an inexpensive solution as well. So we'll show you job management side of the fence. So what we've done is the goal in managing jobs is that you obviously put it into one system. It really can flow all the way from the start. We can bring from the phone system, bring the job in, schedule it out. You will be able to schedule times, have the ability to manage your on-field staff. Then once they finish their job on their mobile phones, you can then just invoice it back into your favorite accounting systems. So I'll show you how this works. So we've got Creator here, which is a single point view of all your applications, including your invoicing of your Creator. Now we're going to create a job section here. We're just going to easily go to the job section, and we can create a new job by just selecting the add button here. And we're going to start with progress. So a person's called in and wants to do a job. Really quickly, we've got some templates in here. We're just going to have a template here saying plumbing checklist. Just simply click that, and that gives you 10 tasks that you've got to do for that particular plumber. We're going to add this person into the database. So we're going to probably choose a company. I'm just going to go AMS and just choose the company that we want, and that will bring it across and fill in the details here. Now at the moment we've scheduled it for today right now as the calls come through, and we're going to save and view this particular job. Now with the system was that Harry Holt here from Amstrad Buildings is pretty much he's got his address, but we can actually just grab the current address from that location and just move it across and copy that address into the system. This one's got 54 Adden Street, and bring it across in here. So we've now put the address into the system, or you can just type in the address into the system here. Now that's just taken a job number, and you've just pretty much given the ability to create a job from the call, and you've just got job 14 in here, and it's scheduled any time. Now for those users, we do have a lot of calendars here. We've got the job calendar, you've got a normal calendar just for activities, we've even got a bookings calendar as well. For this particular section, we're just going to do the job calendar. The job calendar is just all the jobs that are scheduled for this period. So we're going to click on the hide details to show you a better view. Now how we've got it here is this will display all the jobs. Now if for example you want to display certain people in the Bob the Builder, you can just type in the token box of the user and just fill your users and see Bob the Builder. You can combine it with another person called Bill, for example, Bill Jones, and apply and see what they've got. So you can just review who's busy and who's not busy, for example, in the calendar for Wednesday the 5th of December. So for example, we're going to go look, I'm going to use the admin user here, a bit more traditional, and we're going to apply that and just check out who's busy on these dates, and just say the person wants to work on the Friday the 7th in here, and we're just going to check out the availability. I'm going to now just check for example what jobs, if we go for the whole week for admin, and apply that. And the way that we can do it is we can actually just go, look, here's all the events for this person. We're going to go show on calendar. So you can actually click on the button and see the calendar view. Yes, the admin user is going quite to many locations, and you can review where they're going and work out the dates to schedule. So we have the ability to just simply scan all the calendar events or the jobs, and then just map in the calendar and just find out where the local user is. So right now, the admin user is actually all the way up here, and we're going to schedule a time convenient and work out what dates are important. So I'm going to go back to the admin user and go, look, he's around your area on Friday, for example. So the job 11 that we have, oops, sorry, 14, we're going to just we can actually just simply assign them in this way. I could have just put into the calendar, but I'm being the old-fashioned way. And I'm going to change it to admin user. So I feel like admin user can actually do this particular job. Save and close that, and now I've saved it here. Now I'm going to use the drag and drop in the actual job calendar section in here, and I'm going to drag and drop it across. Okay, oh, there it is. It's all the way 10 o'clock and working late. I can drag and drop it across here to make it Friday here. Okay, so you can actually just select this as well, and you can expand the time. It's going to take all day to do that particular job, and just you've got now a scheduled job for admin for this time itself. So, for example, you'll be able to just schedule your staff quite easily by just using the token box along here and just choosing the users in here, Bob, and apply. And you can see Bob's calendars as well, or you can see admin or whoever it is really easily. So you'll be able to actually get the jobs, put them in a template, and go from here. So that's the easy part for your side of the fence, as well as where you've scheduled a job. Now the next part is really important, because a lot of the clients have said to us, look, we want to keep it simple, but we always find out that simple is not necessarily simple for the solution. You need to have a lot of moving parts, but what we understood is you want it simple for the users, especially those users that are actually on the road. The scheduling inside of the fence, there's a lot of other things that you want to do, invoicing and takeouts and warehousing, all these other things, but the users, they're on the road. We want to keep it simple. So how we solved this was we created a simple app, and I'll show you how this works. So here's the client app that we've designed. Now this is totally customizable for your user. It's a web browser app that can actually go anywhere on any device. That means Android, mobile, any device on there. So we're going to just go to a mobile view, because what people ask for, they want just a mobile view or even a tablet view, but they want it really super fast and friendly. So this one is really fast. This is going to be all the jobs for this week. So you've got here for today highlights in here, and it groups them by day. Then you've got the week section where you can group them by week, and you scroll through really quickly. Now this is really quick for the users. You can click on customize and choose a date range, but we're just going to, for this occasion, just choose the week. So for example, today, so we're going to actually now look at how it looks like. So for example, if we look at one of the jobs here, you can click on job 13. You can click on it here, and it's nice easy views of the client's details. So one of them where you can actually click on it, you can see you've got a couple of elements here. You've got the starter, so you can actually stop the time, and that would do a clock on, clock off on the times. You've got view, and that shows you view the whole creator details, and I'll show you what that would look like. The times, how long it's been on this job, what status is up to, and even the most important thing for the users, they can got the email, or they can click dial on their mobile phones, or see the map and then do driving directions. Really simple for the users there. So for example, let's say this user goes, look, I am now in progress for this job, and then I just say this job. Now once he does that, he's now doing this job. He can then say, look, I am now on site. I can then start the timer really quickly and close that. Now what that will do is notify the users that inside a Creator that are on the job and starting it. So how they can tell is a range of things. If they go to the job list view, it's now highlighted in yellow that someone has started the job. The status is now playing in here. So real time you can start seeing the users will be able to see what job's happening and what's going on the job itself. So the user real time will go look, because we create. So we click on the task, and here's all the tasks in here. So you can actually go through and click them off when you do this. And what happens is that the user itself, as they click it off, we're just going to go to this task and refresh that. We'll be able to see that those tasks are being signed off as they go through. So the actual users can real time see it. And with the great thing, there's great things about apps, which are that they can be mobile, and with less internet, there is able to use it. But the awesome thing about client-side apps applications is that everything's very real time. So the users can click on these progress bars, look at other jobs that they can do, and they can even say change the status, going on hold when they phone call that person, for example, and save that. So you can make it easy for that user to just really work fast and check their weeks out in here and just review the data as they go through. Also, you can notice that it's quite user friendly. So they'll be able to just simply go here. I'll stop the time bar for the job, clicked on OK, and just have an easy view to go through their system. It just is much more quicker and responsive what we have found doing this app. The other key questions the key things we find is that this is totally customizable. You'll be able to add fields in how you would like. If there's anything else you can do, it's all on a client-side application. It's all quite easily and quick to change real time, so you can just have an input on how the view looks like for your particular needs, extra fields you need to display for you as well, which is really a powerful view. Now this is pretty much works on all devices, as you can see, mobile and responsive to tablets and all those things, but more importantly the back-end office will be able to see it. So for example, the person that is just doing this job in here, and I'm going back to that job, and just say that they are in progress. I'll just go today here, and I have finished the pipes, and I've changed it to finished in here, and save and close. Now what happens in here, refresh it in here, this is now gone through the stages. Now notice this is nice, easy views for the actual users. They'll be able to actually see that the person clicked on it. It's a nice view. Also importantly, it's all visually friendly for the user. So when you've clicked on it, you can see here that all of a sudden this is, job has been finished, and you've got an easy tick. So as they go through the tick or the calendars, they can real time see what's going on and report it. Now yes, you can get notification emails, but what we found, those emails are just emails that get dragged into an inbox, and it's hard to see. So when the users, the administration users, can actually look in here, they can see, yes, they can see it in the actual job sections in here and say, look, we've got 2 that are finished. Or when they're on the list view and real-time access, they can see that these users are actually finished the actual job when they're on the list view, and then they can go, okay, I can send an invoice. And they can click on the invoice side of the fence, and they can see how long it took, so they can have the activities on there. They can make notes. We didn't in the app actually make notes on there, but we can do that. We can upload files in there. We can change this view around if you want to as well for your particular user. But for now, we just want to simply click on the invoice section, and we just get invoice. Now, how we do it for this occasion was we create an invoice itself, so you can add material in here. So we can add these items in here, and then send an invoice into the system here. So there's a rate in here, we're just going to create an invoice and across. So that's created an invoice in our system. So we're going to get a billing in here, and you can pretty much in the actual billing side of an invoice, you can see the invoice has been created. Now you can actually, in this element here, we have the ability to send an invoice into the accountancy system. This is Reckon, and that's put the amount of $1.79, but it puts the fixing pipes in here and puts the calculations in here. It's gone into Brad Haddon, the actual the user in the database, and push it across. So we can actually get the admin people to do this. This is quite easily on the app as well to be done. We can integrate into the actual mobile phone, but we find there are really good products out there that really tackle the small tradies. That does a really good job. This one is more geared up for the teams that are wanting to manage the people as well, so it works out for the users as well, because it's got a lot of other features as well in there. So I hope that works for you, or helps you out on the job management side, where you're you're starting from the job management side, which is in this section here, in the job management side of the fence, for the users to program. You've got the job calendars in here to allow the users to review what into schedule for the users. You've got the calendar side of the fence that you can review the calendars for where the people you are and where the users, your users that are logged in. And finally, more the app side of the fence, you can have customized apps on the phones that the users can actually make it very easy for them to plan their day and access it, and they can consume very easy data for them, and that's been the key thing that a lot of people have said to us, is make it simple for the users. Well, we have made it simple for the users, is that they can have a simple form, but most importantly, the admin team have the tools to do their job, which is the two worlds we have to fight against. We need the flexibility for an application that does to deliver, and then we need to make it easy for the user. So those two worlds, separate them for the apps to make it easy, and for the back-end users, they will be able to have a system that achieves their goals. So I hope that helps. I'll speak to you soon. Please don't hesitate to call. We'll show more products for you and more features coming through soon. Thanks.